And when you look at Anakin, that prefix Ana, which comes from Anu, Anubis, Anu, the Anus that came from the skies down to earth, Anunnaki. Anakin means the kin of the Anus, you know, the relation the humans had with the Sirius gods, and he was the first human with the God consciousness, with the serpent wisdom, to create Atlantis and Lemuria. Okay? And when Luke found out who his father was, when the Europeans found out who their father was, Darth Vader, who was the master of the light side and the dark side of the Force, Anakin was the first Jedi, was the youngest Jedi to be voted as a master Jedi, and was the most powerful Sith Lord in existence. So he mastered both light and dark, which makes him the Alpha and the Omega. He was the father of Luke, okay? And Luke found out he was his father. That's in reference to finding out that the whole globe got their information, Kemetic information, from the Sirius gods, from the melanated people who were once gods but fell from grace.
Another thing I want to mention on what he said was that a lot of these spiritual, mystical system that we see in a lot of these movies, we know that it come from Africa. One thing I like to point out is that every movie we see spiritual, I'm going to call it spiritual magic. A lot of people call it voodoo. They say it's wrong, but it's actually our African roots and magic that we can tap into. And when you look at like Avatar, those creatures were African creatures, those blue creatures. And one thing that they was revering was their tree, their roots in the movie that they was protecting. And another character, if you look at the Lion King, was an African monkey by the name of Rafiki, who had this stick, and he would do a lot of rituals and magic in the movie.
Oh yeah. Yep. And that that's really significant, because there was an actual real African king, you know, known as the Lion King, and he would have his own pride of lions that he would interact and intermingle with, and people were gathering around him like he was out of his mind. But no, people, like we've been saying, we're connected to nature and the animals on this planet, okay? And the same reason why the animals are in tune with nature and know that a natural catastrophe is getting ready to come, okay? What are we? What are humans on the planet? We're intelligent animals. Didn't the scientists and biologists state that we're classified as the animal class? So we have animal spirits inside of us. That's what the Lion King is really delving into and touching on. So that's also where you get the whole zodiac theology, okay? 13 different animal spirits that live in every single human on this planet. There's no getting it, and that's actually why we're not supposed to be putting animals in our body, okay? We're supposed to be putting earth energy in our body, not other animals. We already got the animal spirits inside of us. That's what the zodiac is all about. And I'm going to be touching into that with my Tupac video, because his name is very significant, and his bloodline is also very significant. And when you look at Tupac's natal chart, oh man, I'm about to blow you guys away with that, man. Just stay tuned, because it's going to get really deep.
My brother RFG got a lot of deep series of videos that he got coming. He's going to be doing them in the studio over here. We're going to be editing them. Everybody liked the Freddy Krueger one. Everybody liked the videos he recently put out with me. And I'm going to be doing a lot more for them. Those are going to be free uploads, just like every other video. But I do want to plug into this right quick that we got a real deep movie coming out. And shout out to everybody who's seen Bluebeam and benefited from it. The next one we're going to be doing is about monsters. I don't really have the title and material down pat yet. We still working on it. But I'm going to let my brother touch on it real quick, because he got his notes on it. We got the human combustions and monsters.
Oh, yeah. I can relate to this subject, you know, of this DVD we're getting ready to put out, because my father was part of a secret military base for over 22 years, and he would share certain things with me that this government didn't want the human population to know about. And one of those things is, you know, there's certain entities and creatures on this planet that the government wants us to think is just hocus pocus fantasy, but in reality, they're actually really real living live beings, okay? And we're also going to be touching into the 13 crystal skulls and their real significance on this planet and why they're being kept from humanity, okay? And another one is going to be the human combustion, which is really deep, okay? And goes back to the whole Helios theology. So stay tuned on that DVD. That's going to blow a lot of people's minds because I have a lot of people on my feed keep asking me, when you going to do the 13 crystal skulls, 13 crystal skulls, 13 crystal skulls. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this about 2 hours, if not a little, 2 hours and 15 minutes to, 2 hours. And we're going to blow a lot of people away, man. So I encourage you all to, stay tuned and stay subscribed because I'm telling you, we are just getting started.
Exactly. So y'all got to look forward to that. We ain't through with you. We're going to give y'all a little more. We're going to take a break.
We've been lied to, especially by the, I have a problem. I have a personal problem with the History Channel. They're trying to promote this agenda like green aliens came to this planet and mixed blood with indigenous people and created a smarter race. That's a complete false sham lie. The original humans on this planet, okay, that were put here by the Sirius gods, okay, they were already created to mine gold on this planet, and their heads were elongated, okay? The original humans on the planet, their heads were elongated. So they're not alien. They may be alien to certain Caucasoids, and they may be alien to the Zionist Jews people, but they're more human than any other people on this planet right now. And what they're telling you is evil alien, okay, are our ancestors, are the direct descendants of the Sirius gods themselves, are the original Atlanteans. This is what we are looking at right now. The Inca skulls and the Egyptian skulls. And you can find some of these skulls in Tibet and Asia as well, okay? This is no joke. If you look at Tupac's skull and the side view of his skull, Tupac is in direct lineage of the Sirius gods in South America. And that name Tupac has its own significance in itself. His family lineage is very deep. And like I said, even his natal chart is very deep. It basically states in his natal chart that he was destined to do what he did, and he was killed because of the knowledge he came across and what he was telling to the masses, okay? And if you do your research and rewind the clock, there was a certain pharaoh in Egypt named Akhenaten who did the same damn thing Tupac did, and guess what? Akhenaten was put to death, okay? So like I said, there's nothing new under the sun, and all that are repeating the past, okay? We're seeing souls that are repeating the past over and over, okay? In cycles. Things work in cycles in this third dimension. So that's basically, to sum it up, what's going on with the History Channel and these Zionist Jews trying to say our ancient ancestors are evil aliens, when really the evil aliens are the ones who got themselves away from nature and the ones who are trying to destroy nature and the earth and trying to tell us that the cosmic divine energies and the spiritual energies is evil. Those people who are trying to denounce that ancient spirituality are the real aliens, people. So I'm going to turn it over to my brother here.
With all of these pictures in front of you, and you can see that it's still humans being born in Ethiopia with elongated skulls. This is our ancestors, y'all. And it's deep because the history is right in front of you. We find skulls and remnants of a people that actually existed here who had this feature. We don't find skulls and traces to support any of the religious belief systems. But what we do find around the world is skulls and remains of people with elongated skulls that have not been described to the masses. Why didn't I learn about this in science? Also, we do know that giants are real and that the statues you see in Egypt were the actual size of those people. And I'm going to let my brother touch on you about who those giants were, the name of those giants, and exactly the role they played in shaping humanity and our evolution.
I'm glad we're talking about this because this is a very interesting subject. And when you talk about giants that are roaming the earth, Even in certain Bibles, it says that there was a certain period on this planet where giants, plural, giants roamed the earth. And when they talk about that, they're talking about humans, and they're talking about animals and plants, because 6,000 years ago BC, okay, certain animals and humans were able to grow larger because there was larger amounts of oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. So therefore, organisms were forced to take in that larger amount, and they were forced to have bigger bodies, okay? And even the Earth was bigger at that time because there were certain wars that went on this planet's surface to cause certain portions of the Earth to be destroyed and done away with. If you research something called Tiamat, the Atlanteans actually believe that the Earth was created through the destruction of 2 other planets, okay? And that's what gave birth to what we call Mother Earth. Like I said, we did not learn about this stuff in school for a reason. The Zionist Jews want us to believe this whole evil alien agenda to entice us with fear for a reason. They want us to fear our gods, our creators, our ancestors, and to believe in these man-made satanic religions that get us divided once again, hating one another just because of different beliefs, so we could stay stagnant and under the government's support. So like I've been saying, even when you touch on these elongated skulls and you look at a certain entity known as the Greys. The Greys came from this star constellation known as Zeta Reticuli, and they met up with another portion of people, of entities called Lyrians. The Lyrians created the first Neanderthals on this planet, and they mixed with them, okay, and created a lot of the Russians and the people in Sweden and Norway and Northern Europe. That's where you get the nose bone. When you look at the Lyrians and you look at that nose bone, that's where that nose bone comes from. And a lot of humans, even African humans, Asian, Arabic, we have traces of all these different you call them extraterrestrial, all these different planetary races. We have all their genetics in our bodies right now, okay? So when you think about it, let's go back to numerology. They say that there was 22 different races that came and populated this planet. 2 and 2 gives you 4, and we all know that 4 is Uranus energy, which is 13 energy, the same, which represents manifestation and creation, and the abrupt change, okay, revolution and rebellion and humanitarianism. That's what 4 and 13 represent. If you study zodiac numerology, it's all significant. So like I've been saying, we're going to be doing a lot of lectures on what's going on in the cosmos and what they're hiding at Area 51, what they want us to believe is alien, and what is really satanic. Okay, we're going to be blowing a lot of people's minds in the future. Like I said, baby, we are just getting started.